Welcome to Silent Secrets. Listen carefully, because what I'm about to share with you could change not only how you see yourself as a man, but also how women see you for the rest of your life. Most men think that being completely open, vulnerable, and unfiltered with women is the way to build intimacy. They've been told, share everything, tell her your darkest fears, your past mistakes, your insecurities. That's what makes a relationship strong. But here's the reality. What sounds good in theory often destroys attraction in practice. There are certain things a man should never reveal, not because honesty is bad, but because the wrong type of honesty kills respect, erodes admiration, and extinguishes desire. Women will never tell you this directly. They won't sit you down and say, "If you confess that to me, I'll never look at you the same again." Instead, they'll nod. They'll comfort you. They may even hug you. But inside, something changes. The image they once held of you starts to shift. And once that shift happens, you can't take it back. That's why I created this video. To reveal the truths most men will never hear, the secrets women will never confess, and the unspoken rules of attraction that separate men who are respected and admired from men who are forgotten. If you truly hear me today, your entire perspective on relationships will shift. You will stop giving away your power, stop sabotaging your own respect, and start embodying the kind of man women admire deeply, even when they can't explain why. So lean in. Pay attention. Take notes if you must. And before we dive in, make sure you subscribe to Silent Secrets. Because what I share here is not fluff. It's not recycled dating cliches. It's survival. It's about protecting your masculine edge in a world that constantly tries to dull it. With that said, let's begin with the first truth every man needs to understand. Never confess your deepest insecurities. The first thing you must never reveal to a woman is your deepest insecurities. I know the modern world tells you the opposite. Open up, they say. Show your soft side. Share your fears, your doubts, your vulnerabilities. And yes, vulnerability has its place. But here's the catch. Attraction and vulnerability do not mix the way people think they do. When you pour out your insecurities, when you tell a woman, "I'm scared I'll never be good enough," or "I'm afraid I'll lose everything," she might comfort you in the moment. But long-term, something inside her shifts. She no longer sees you as unshakable. She begins to wonder, if he doubts himself this much, how can I trust him when life tests us? Think of Marcus Aurelius, one of Rome's greatest emperors. He had fears, doubts, and inner battles. His meditations are full of personal reflections about struggle. But here's the key. He wrote them in private. He didn't broadcast them to his soldiers, his people, or his family. Why? Because leadership requires strength, not confession. The same applies to you. Your woman doesn't want to carry the weight of your deepest insecurities. She doesn't want to feel like she's your therapist. She wants to feel safe with you. To believe that when life gets hard, you are the rock she can lean on. That doesn't mean you bottle everything up. It means you share strategically. You channel your doubts into self-mastery, journaling, trusted male mentors, or therapy if necessary. But you don't dump them on her. Because here's the truth. Attraction is fragile. And once you let her see cracks that suggest instability, you plant seeds of doubt she may never unsee. Ask yourself, do I want temporary relief by confessing my fears? Or do I want her lifelong respect by carrying them like a man? Never reveal your body count, the second secret you must never tell a woman. How many women you've been with. It doesn't matter whether the number is high or low. Either way, you lose. If it's high, she judges you as a player, someone who can't be trusted, someone who probably won't settle. Even if she laughs it off, the thought lingers. If it's low, she may quietly question your desirability, your experience, or even your masculinity. Either way, your answer is ammunition that works against you. Now think about it. Do you believe Julius Caesar told Cleopatra the full list of women he had been with? Of course not. Great men let their presence and their actions define them, not their past conquests. When a woman asks, "How many girls have you been with?" she's not really looking for a number. She's testing you. She wants to see if you'll fold under pressure, if you'll let her control the frame. The smart move? Stay mysterious. Deflect with charm. Say something like, "Enough to know what I want," and wise enough to know what I won't settle for. That keeps you in control. It gives her nothing to hold against you. Remember, your past doesn't matter. What matters is how you show up today. Don't destroy your present by revealing unnecessary truths about your history. Mystery is magnetic. Full disclosure is destructive. Never disclose your exact finances. The third secret you must never reveal is the full truth about your money. Money is one of the most dangerous topics for men in relationships. If you say you earn too little, she may unconsciously see you as limited, unambitious, or unable to provide. If you say you earn too much, expectations skyrocket, and suddenly your worth is tied to your wallet. Either way, you lose control of the narrative. Wealth, in reality, is not about numbers. It's about energy, mindset, and discipline. Seneca said, "Wealth consists not in having great possessions, but in having few wants." When Elon Musk was starting SpaceX, do you think he sat women down and said, "Here's the exact figure in my bank account"? No, he let his vision speak for him. His ambition, his direction, and his discipline made him attractive, not his raw numbers. When she asks about your income, redirect. Say, "I take care of everything that matters, and I'm building more every day." That shows ambition, stability, and direction, without giving her ammunition. Because here's the truth. A man's finances should never define him in a relationship. His vision and discipline should. Protect your numbers. Guard your financial details like a king guards his treasury. You wouldn't announce how much gold you have to an entire kingdom. So why hand over that power in your personal life? Never speak your fears. Every man feels fear. Fear of failure, fear of rejection, fear of losing everything. But here's the rule. Never hand those fears to your woman in words. The Spartans were not fearless. They were disciplined. They didn't announce, "I'm terrified." They fought with courage. They showed strength, even when fear was inside them. Marcus Aurelius said, "If you are distressed by anything external, the pain is not due to the thing itself, but to your estimate of it. The moment you voice fear, you enlarge it, and worse, you transfer it to her. Suddenly, she begins to fear with you, instead of leaning on you. That is how trust erodes. Yes, write down your fears. Yes, confront them in silence. Yes, work through them with mentors, brothers, or alone, but do not confess them to her. Because in her eyes, silence under fear equals strength. Words of fear equal weakness. Never speak of your betrayals. Another thing you must never confess is how badly you were betrayed in the past. Men think that telling a woman, "My ex cheated on me," or "I've been used before," will win sympathy. But in reality, it plants a seed of doubt. Instead of thinking, "Poor him, I'll treat him better," she subconsciously thinks, "If other women didn't value him, maybe he wasn't worth valuing." Alexander the Great was betrayed by generals. Did he sit before his army and cry about it? No, he moved forward with strength. When you speak of betrayal, you relive it. You give it power. And worse, you transfer that baggage into your current relationship. Women don't want to compete with your ghosts. They want to feel you've buried them. Learn your lessons, but never wear betrayal as your identity. Never confess your weaknesses. Addictions, lack of discipline, areas where you can't control yourself, are things you must master privately before you ever speak of them. If you say, "I can't control myself when it comes to alcohol," or "I always fail at discipline," you etch helplessness into her mind. Epictetus said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." Women admire men who fight their demons in silence and emerge stronger. Not men who broadcast their battles while they're still bleeding. Winston Churchill had crippling depression, what he called his black dog, but he never confessed it to the public. He led with strength even in darkness. Don't tell her your weaknesses. Show her your resilience. She doesn't want to see the chains you're still trying to break. She wants to see the scars you've already turned into armor. Never confess your doubts. Every man doubts himself. Am I good enough? Am I on the right path? Can I lead? But doubt should be fuel, not confession. Marcus Aurelius said, "The impediment to action advances action. What stands in the way becomes the way." If a general on the battlefield told his soldiers, "I'm not sure we can win," do you think they would fight? No. Doubt spreads like poison. When you confess self-doubt to a woman, you plant hesitation in her heart. And hesitation kills attraction. Women want to believe in a man. They want certainty, even if you're still figuring it out behind the scenes. So keep your doubts private. Confront them alone. Use them as fuel, but never hand them to her. Because once she sees doubt in your eyes, she can never unsee it. Conclusion. Now you see the truth. There are certain secrets a man should never reveal to a woman, not because honesty is wrong, but because attraction operates on different rules. Women respect strength. They admire discipline. They crave certainty. They don't want every detail of your insecurities, fears, weaknesses, or betrayals. They want to feel your presence, your direction, your stability. So ask yourself, do you want to be her rock, her warrior, her king? Or do you want to be her patient, her project, her weakness? The choice is yours. Silence is power. Mystery is magnetic. Self-mastery is irresistible. Hold your secrets close, and hold your power even closer. Don't forget to subscribe to Silent Secrets for more truths women will never say out loud. And come back next time ready to sharpen your edge even further. Until then, stay strong, stay disciplined, and never hand over your crown.